What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray, Dope Living TV Live. Check it out. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. So I had to get off yesterday for a minute, collect myself because I'm so overwhelmed at the response that we get, the people that come through and hang out with us, and it's a blessing. It truly is a blessing. So tonight, basically, we want to go back in the day. We just want to talk to you guys, let you know a little bit about us. I see Gina got these pics up here, so we're just gonna, I guess, basically talk a little bit about ourselves, how we got to where we are, basically, what phases we went through, and we want you guys to join in too, so a little bit about what we are, who we are. All right, everybody say what's up to Gina.
What's up? I need you to put a little bit of spunk up in there, though.
Yeah, I got this.
Get some spunk.
I got this.
You know those sayings our parents had: spunk, elbow grease. The first time I said that to my granddaughter, use elbow grease, she was like, "Where's it at?"
I know the first time I heard. We were at the table, all of us, because back in the day we all ate dinner together. All right,
together. If you weren't at the table, you didn't eat.
You didn't eat. All right, but back in the day, my father, after we prayed over the meal, my father would tell my mom, "Boy, this is good food. You put your foot in it," and I'm like, "Ooh, Mama put her foot in the food. I don't want no more. She's a stinky lady."
We took it literally, didn't we?
For real. Everybody say what's up to Marie.
Hey, Mo.
I just heard, you know what I just heard? I came on, I heard, you put your foot in it, it was, ooh. I'm like,
"She's a stinky lady, Mommy.
Right?
Put your foot in the food, Mommy. You stink."
No.
Everybody say what's up to myself.
Hey, Marcy.
Hey, everyone. How are you?
Awesome.
And I need everybody to get on their feet. I'm serious. Say hello.
You don't know his name?
I do know his name. Say hello to that thug.
Wait, put it back up there. Put it back up there.
All right, now, Jeff, go ahead. What?
Hey, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna do one little line. Everybody saying little things without knowing that life brings a change. Go ahead. Oh, he looks like he just stepped off of the new edition line. Okay, everybody say what's up.
Dog.
where'd that picture come from?
I was 19 years old in that photo.
Wow.
Did they let you in the group?
No.
No, they let you in the group.
I remember I was working at AmeriCall. That was my first gig.
Oh, I remember AmeriCall.
I remember AmeriCall.
I was working over there, yo, and I was wilding out too. That's when we used to stay at our apartment on 53rd Avenue.
Out there in Torrance, right off Torrance or something like that.
Yeah. No, this one was in Maryville.
They opened it right down by Menards, right down from Menards.
Right,
they opened a second location.
See, times were so bad back then. I had this Mustang, right? Came to work, everything cool on AmeriCall. Hey, do you want to buy this? No, get your ass off my phone. Okay, I come outside. My car got repoed.
Dang.
It was gone.
Dang.
Because I had been had it on three or four blocks away. And I'd been had it successful. But then I said, you know what? I couldn't get a ride to work that day. So I said,
wow, they got you, huh?
That's wild.
Wow.
And I didn't know too many people up there. So I generally had to walk home. It was cool. It was nice and warm. And
okay, if you say so.
some dude pulled up to the side of me and said, hey, you want to ride?
Hey, man, I ain't have a car at that time either. It was a lot going on, yo. I got so many stories like that. Oh, man.
But, man, we want to have fun. You know, we want to reminisce. We want to, there's going to be some serious things we talk about because, things have changed from the time.
Boy.
So we just want to, just have a feel-good moment today and just talk about back in the day when I was young. I'm not
a kid anymore.
Sometimes I sit and wish I was a kid again.
They're going to cut us off, man.
I sang
back in the day.
I sang before Kevin got a chance to.
Back in the day.
Because Kevin just bust out. Kevin be like, if I didn't
that man. You could tell. Oh, Marcella was talking.
Well, he's supposed to have known Ray Liotta.
Yeah, Ray Liotta. Yeah. Did you say something, Marcella?
He died today.
Yeah. 60, right? 60 years old?
67.
67?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he was older than that for some reason.
I did too. But you know what? Right before the show came on, I just got through watching John Q. And he was in the movie John Q. He was the police officer. John Q.
Wow.
And I didn't,
he was either playing a gangster or a police officer.
He was a police officer. Yeah, either a gangster or a police officer. But he was a great actor. That dude.
Good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A great actor, man. So, condolences to the family.
Yes, absolutely.
Marcy?
She doing some sign language. She got
okay, Marcy. Okay, you the Gina
Glad
today.
To see you, dear.
You the Gina today.
I am.
So how have and I apologize to you guys for dipping out yesterday.
That's okay. We held it down. Right. We held it down.
I know you did. How did the hairstyles change from back in the days? Y'all put some pictures. So I just threw some pictures. I didn't know what the hell was going on, so I just threw some pictures.
Ooh, yeah. Wait a minute. It was real hair back then.
I was getting ready to say. Y'all, I was getting ready to say.
It was real hair.
Right.
Real hair.
You don't see much of that anymore.
I don't think it was very much weave back then. And if it did, you got called out on it.
No, there were wigs, but not many. Normally, it was the much older women in our culture, I would say, that wore them. Your grandmas and all at church.
Yeah.
But it was it was a lot of natural hair. Then, like Saturday night, the girls were in the kitchen in the chair with the hot combs and hold your ear. Okay, now let me get your kitchen. Let me get your kitchen.
Yes.
The sizzling and getting ready for church the next day.
But you have to remember.
Okay, that would be me.
That man found many photos.
Marcy.
Whatever.
Look at her. You had red hair.
I didn't have all kind of colored hair.
Okay.
Where are you getting these?
That man, he has done the deep dive on Facebook. I know he has.
I ain't getting
that.
Gina.
And see,
what?
Gina, this is what Gina pulled for me.
Oh dang, that's that, man. What the hell going on? Why do you need to do this?
What year was that?
Look at those muscles, dude.
What year was that?
This was in 2013.
Wow.
Yeah, 2013. This was in 2013 as well.
Wow, 20. That's 11 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I still look the same, right?
Well, 9 years ago.
Something like
You
that.
do still look the same.
I do.
But
But
you know what? I'm gonna tell you my hair story because I had natural hair until about the age of 26. Yeah, that's West Side High right there.
That's Gina.
it's China.
That's Gina. That's
That's
Gina.
Gina.
Like,
That's
what?
Gina's. Wait a minute. That's Gina's brother. Right?
You know what? That is so mean.
I had just had a baby, y'all.
You're a little thin little boo-boo baby.
I was real thin. The wind could have blew me away. But you know what my hair story is? I had natural hair up until the age of about 20, maybe 23, 24, something like that. I saw a girl with this beautiful Hawaiian curl. And it was Hawaiian curl. I could not stand the Jerry curls, but I saw that Hawaiian curl and I just had to have it. And my cousin was good at putting curls in hair.
Like
Man,
Jerry?
it was different. It looked more natural and it wasn't wet like that. Like you didn't have to spray it down like the Jerry curls.
Hey, Gina.
Yes.
Marcy sending pictures. That's because you.
It's black hair. I told you I'd have had all kind of colored hair.
She sending pictures. Marcy, unfortunately, we can't load these.
Okay.
So gotta stop.
No.
But you know what? After I got that Hawaiian curl in my hair, it was a wrap, man. Somebody should have told me never put chemicals in your hair when you have natural hair because it just changed the whole grade of my hair, and I could not go back to the press and curl. But yeah, we had so many different hairstyles back there. Remember we had the wrap,
the afro.
What
was
that? That beehive.
We had the ducktail. We used to part our hair right here. The afro. The
you remember when
Jerry
brothers
curl
was doing that part where they had the the dot at the top.
Yeah.
Back in Edison days, they had top dot.
That kid and play.
Man.
Oh, the flat top. The flat top.
The high top fade.
High top fade. Yep, high top
that
fade.
Them too.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, the hair is different.
My son.
Different these days.
Very
different.
I had the ducktail in the back where you would have to part it real exactly right and let the rest of the hair hang down and comb the rest of it up. That's that duck bill.
Duck bill.
It was cool. It was cool. Hairstyles back in the day, man.
They called it shag, didn't they?
They called it the shag.
I remember the shag.
Okay, I remember the shag. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot. We just did some waves.
That was. And then they had the
waves too.
Finger waves as well.
Oh yeah,
so, they had that as well.
Hey, I still see women wearing that. Yes,
it's coming back. Go ahead, Gina. She's real serious. Like, hey,
Gina, like, don't mess with me.
That's right.
Gina was like, man, I know I got this one.
Yeah, she got that shortcut. She was ready.
She said, I know I got this one. But you know
I
what?
love my shortcut.
That's all good. You guys still, everybody on this panel, y'all still, my son is getting ready. He's going to his 10-year high school.
Wow,
man, that time fast.
Next year. I'm sorry.
Not even this year.
And I'm like, we're out. We've been out for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how long you been out, Greg? You've been out a long
for
time.
a minute. So yeah, 47. And it's been a blessing, man. A lot we've been able to see because we're the generation X's. We've been able to see these changes, man. And everybody say what's up to Kevin. We've been able to see and embrace it. Some were good, some were bad. The music changed.
Music. Oh, definitely. We had real music.
It was a big evolution in music.
Yeah, we had a lot of music regarding love, regarding what was happening in the world. Like the Temptations, Ball of Confusion, where it talked about the segregation and education and things of that nature. And even in the 70s, we still had, we had the funk and the.
I say before the funk came in, the soul was there. So.
Yeah, but the music
soul
had
and the
a
ballad.
message. It had a message of peace. Yeah, it had a lot of positive messages in it. Marvin Gaye, man, he was just so popular with the type of music that
Yes.
that he put out that
But there was
we just loved it.
but there was, there was a lot, and even now still there's a lot of creativity with the music, but there were musicians back in the day.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, they actually played instruments.
And they had to make money because Earth, Wind and Fire had what 9, 10 people. Commodores had about 7 or 8. Okay, Barcades, people like that. They had
those super groups.
They had the orchestras as well behind them.
Barry White, he had the whole.
Yes, yes.
But they were true musicians.
But
they wasn't good at making videos though. But they were good musicians. Teddy Pendergrass. Remember, Close the Door. I wish you could play that right now. But all he did was breathe on the girl and walk through a fake door. but it worked.
But they entertained. They entertained back then. Like you were dying to go to a concert because they were going to entertain you. I'll never forget when I went to see Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
And they came about the ceiling with all of those different effects.
Yeah,
and
was spinning
oh my gosh, it was amazing.
It was more creative. The artistry was more creative back then.
Well, it had to be.
Yeah.
I remember the drums coming down and they were spinning.
Yeah.
Things like that. But now what do they do? There's still some creative artists out there, like J. Cole, for instance. Very creative guy. Okay. Tyler the Creator. You know what I'm saying? Kanye is very creative.
Yes, he is.
So there's some that do break that mold, but then you got these guys, who made up mumble rap? Who did that?
Mace started that out.
You never heard of mumble rap?
Man,
Mace started.
Oh.
You said mumble?
Mumble rap.
Mumble rap.
Yeah.
Mumble like mumbo or mumbo?
Mumble. Like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Crazy.
Mace started that out.
They even had a song called the Whisper Song.
That was
the Clips.
Wu-Tang Twins.
That was Clips.
No, that was Wu-Tang Twins.
No, that was what you call it.
That was 95 South.
Let me whisper in here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Something I know you might like to hear.
Oh, Jeff. Oh, Jeff.
Hold on now. I'm taking it. I ain't trying to get that type of stuff to me. Hold on now.
Let me rewind that. No.
Who are these guys, though? Who are these guys?
That's Run DMC.
Run
DMC. Yeah.
They ran it for a minute.
He got his Black Power pieced up.
Run DMC. And they had their background. They got their background dancer.
You know why?
You know what?
He getting everybody.
Is that you? Is that you?
Kevin likes to show off naked, so
exhibitionist. Look, he can't even talk. He like,
we can't hear you, Kevin. We can't hear you, Kevin. We can't hear you.
We don't know what's wrong. He's not on mute. I don't know why we can't hear him.
Probably
we don't hear you. You might have to go out and go back in.
I'll probably come back in, bro. We'll still have the picture.
This man getting everybody.
Oh my goodness!
You don't have none of my pictures. I tried to send them,
but you know what? The music.
Wait, you aided and abetted in this, Maurice? Is this what you're trying to say?
Hey, bro,
you helped this man put this all together.
Let me show y'all a couple of pictures. Look, when I was doing my show, I noticed how even though my show was like a #1 show, everybody was pushing me to the side. Look, they got me down here, bent down at the on the that's Dana Dane at the top and Rick Party on the side. And then this one, they just tried to just bury me. All right.
Where are you?
I'm up there.
He
with Rick
right
Party.
there.
you got that little.
I'm right there with Rick Party, but see the guy with the afro? And
he's right here.
The guy with the finger up in the air, he's the guy that actually did the Kanye documentary. That's Cootie.
Okay.
And so I actually got Cootie in that basketball game. Well, no, Tina Sloan got Cootie in that basketball game. Shout out to Tina Sloan. But I was always hidden. Even though I had the #1 show, I was doing better than all of them guys, but I was always hidden.
Oh,
that's crazy.
All right.
But
You guys
not
see me?
Kevin. Kevin didn't have a damn thing. Kevin was like, "Hey, world, see me."
I'm going to tell you a secret. See that right there?
Mm-hmm.
I was in college and missed my electric bill, and they turned off the electricity, and I took extension cord, and the only thing I had is one light and my refrigerator plugged into the neighbor's house next door.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Man.
Hey, we got to do what we got to do.
That's right, right.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have been through it. We'd have been through it.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah.
Kevin, there was one time I was at the crib, man, and they had cut my water off. Okay, I knew a guy that had the thing that could turn it back on. You know, they had a lot.
Oh, yeah.
He stuck it down in that hole, switched it back, and I was like, "Cool, no problem. I'm good."
Hey, I only had electricity during the night because when the daylight came, I had to take my extension cord home so the neighbors would know I was using electricity.
Oh, they didn't know you was
stealing it.
Oh, you were stealing energy.
I wasn't stealing it. I was being productive.
Borrowing
I was being productive. It's not like they had an outlet outside. It wasn't being used.
So you
like, let me use that outlet. Let me get that outlet.
Let me do what I got to do.
That's an extra outlet right there.
Look, they probably was wondering why their electric bill was 3 times higher.
Had to be creative.
I tell you the craziest thing I had was in Texas. I stayed in this fourplex right after I got divorced, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for some crazy reason, I kept hearing this noise on the back of my back. You know, it's just a little bitty patio. It wasn't no big patio. It was right after I got divorced. And I kept hearing this noise. And that's what was happening to me, Kevin.
Somebody was saying, Kevin was taking your electricity.
The plug on the back of the deck.
Kevin was taking your electricity.
No, not Kevin, but the people upstairs. You know, he had like 3 kids. And, you know, I just walked out there, unplugged it to see what happened.
Don't bring it on, Jenna. Don't do it yet. Hold on, Gene. I see you reaching. Don't do it yet.
I have not done anything.
Because you know what? There was this movie. There was this movie called Hoop Dreams. You remember that movie?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know how sometimes, and I do this a lot, some things wind up on the cutting room floor. They don't make the cut.
Go ahead, Chris. They cut our baby brother out.
What's up, bro?
Wait. Did y'all see them arms though?
Y'all missed something.
Arms though.
Hold on.
T-Rex arms.
Let's see
Look at
them
them arms though.
Let's see them arms.
Who said T-Rex arms?
Kevin said
that. Nobody's off limits today.
Oh Lord.
Nobody's off limits today.
Man, when you think about those times, though, yeah, you may have went through some hard times, but they were good times. They turned into good times.
We had fun when we were growing up. No one got hurt.
That's right.
I wouldn't say no one got hurt, but I can tell you this: we had fun. We was able to go to a club. You know, we was able to go to a club, have a good time. Sometimes you even get past your drinking limit and come on home in one piece.
Make it home. Shoot. Make it home. You can make it home.
Yeah.
We didn't have metal detectors in our schools.
That too.
Yeah, you need more than that now.
Man, it's crazy right now. But we're here to talk about it. That's the beauty part about it. And there's a lot of guys, a lot of people that can't talk about it. The best thing for me, I could say, was being able to create because Gina put a bunch of pictures, but being able to create some type of a legacy, you know what I'm saying, with for your kids, you know what I'm saying. So and y'all know how I am about, man, I remember all of this. I remember, look how skinny I was, God. But you get to a point, man, where they grow up and you're just happy, you know what I'm saying.
That is too cute.
They make you so very. I mean, we do this all the time, man. Okay? That's what it's all about, Make sure your kid grows up to be happy. It's smart, And my son, he'll whoop your ass, but he's a teddy bear. Mills will tell you, Chris will tell you, he's a teddy bear, nicest guy in the world. But cross his daddy.
Piss him off.
Cross his daddy. It's over. I love you, son. Love you. Boy, that's a good one. But anyway, yeah, man, so much stuff. I mean, we're taking time out today to just talk about the good time. We calling them the good old days. And, you know, there's a 14-year-old there out there right now talking about good old days with him when he was 5 or 6 years old. Right?
14. That was yesterday.
I was going to say, like yesterday, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
They out there talking about it. It was good. Man, I remember when we could go out to the playground and shut up, dude. You don't know. You know nothing. And
oh
the
my
language,
goodness.
the language you use back there, the slang terms that we had. Marcy, you might not be able to get in this conversation because it's like the black language that we used to.
You know what? You ain't never lied.
Like right on, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, look at them cakes. You know what I'm saying?
What's that, Chris?
Jive turkey.
Jab turkey. Yup. Jab turkey.
Keep on trucking.
You know, the kids say, I'm a smash. Smash means two different things. I'm gonna smash her or I'm gonna smash you. Okay. We used to just ask, can we hit it? All right. Can we hit it? Let me get them digits. Let me get them digits.
Oh my gosh. That was so lame.
But y'all gave them up anyway. One at a time. Y'all gave them up.
In the 90s, it was called giving up the nappy dugout.
Yes, sir. The nappy dugout. I remember that.
The nappy dugout. Hold on.
Jeff,
I remember that one.
Yeah,
hold on.
It was an afro here and it was an afro there. Okay.
There was
no bikini wax.
That term was coined by Ice Cube.
I thought it was coined by George Clinton.
No. Well, it was.
No, Ice Cube had it first.
No, George Clinton had it first. He had it in the 70s.
Yeah, he had it on his album too.
But Ice Cube in the 90s
too, though,
brought it back into existence because he had the song called Dugout on the Death Certificate album.
The nappy
dugout. I remember that, man. Not snappy nappy dugout.
What about Boo Boo the Fool? Ain't Boo Boo the Fool?
What about Joe Blow?
But what?
Joe Blow.
Joe Blow.
Joe Blow over there from the other side.
Yeah. And you know how they as soon as it got, you know, as it progressed, it was just, what's up, Joe? You know, we used to say that. What's up, Joe?
Yeah.
And his name wasn't Joe, it was Harvey, you know? Man. Man. And it's so different right now because you can barely speak to anybody now.
Yeah, now they calling each other bees. They call each other bees. Like, you didn't say that back when we were young. Don't call another female a bee.
That was an instant fight.
That was an instant fight. Now it's a common thing.
Speaking of the fights, man, we used to love when the women fought back in the day. Okay? that meant the bras come out, the shirts come out, the bras come out, and we sitting back, man. No. Let her go ahead, man. Let her go ahead.
Taking it all in.
Yes, sir. We sit back, man. Look. Do y'all remember the sock hops back in the day? The dance.
Oh, yeah. Yes. We used to have them in the surge. Upstairs in
the gym. Yeah, man. Yeah. Y'all don't remember y'all remember when I was spinning the records, right? Y'all don't remember that?
I remember.
Derek? I thought Derek, he was spinning too.
But I took over. Like, I did the proms. I did the proms for the upperclassmen. And I remember one time I was doing the sock hop. And, you know, like I said, Charles Metcalf was the school bully, basically.
With his spanking ass.
He was he's that monster spank with his body this big, legs this short, all right? So it just looks so
Charles,
cool.
are you on?
Charles, are you on?
To hear this?
That's my cousin. I found out he's my cousin, so we cool. But see, here's a funny thing that happened in high school. So when I got there, I got to Westside High School in Gary, Indiana in the 10th grade. I didn't come as a freshman. I came as a sophomore, right? So when I got there, I thought I was Mr. Karate Man. You know, I thought, could nobody hurt me? I got a brown belt, taekwondo, I'm good. So I'll tell the story first. So Charles saw me because y'all remember, I used to dress really nice, okay? Charles would always knock my books out of my hand, bump me, whatever. Okay. And I said, hey man, I ain't gonna take too much more. He said, you don't know who I am, do you? I'm like, I don't give a damn who you are. Okay. I'm ready. Got my karate stand. So one day, Charles did it. And I was like, dude, me and you gonna have to fight. Squab. Sorry. All right. And he said, cool. And that should have triggered something in my head, but it didn't.
Because he said cool. He was just ready to go.
It didn't trigger. So I'm like, okay, all of my Bruce Lee, all of my Jim Kelly, all of that's coming in right now. So I take my sports jacket off, okay? And we standing up there down at the end of the surge. Another bad move, the surge, okay? Down at the end of the surge. And I'm like, I go through. He said, hit me. That should have been number 2. He told me to hit him. So what did I do? Now I had my guys with me. I hit him. Charles said, hit me again. That wasn't hard enough. I was like, oh, damn.
It dawned on you at that point, huh?
At that point, I was like, okay, cool. So at that point, what Charles did was this. He didn't hit me, not once, but he drugged my black ass down the surge and back up the surge, okay? And you don't do that in the surge area, okay? Because that's where you're supposed to be. I had a reputation, all right? Reputation was gone for a second. So after that, Charles and me became great friends, all right?
Yeah, you made them friends, huh?
Great friends, okay? So he was always there whenever I was, because I used to get in a lot of fights, but y'all didn't know that. But he was always there, It's like when I get in the fight, he right there. But after that one time in the surge, my guys, my cousin and my next door neighbor, Anthony Johnson, I asked him, I said, well, they was like, well, Greg, you cool? I'm like, yeah. He just got out of boys' school, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, why the hell didn't y'all tell me? I'm not a crazy dude. Come on, man. But hey, Charles, nicest guy in the world, man, for real. That's
now he's a business owner in Atlanta.
Yes, he is.
That's my cousin. He's doing big business. And it was so funny, man. When I was doing a TV show, I was interviewing what's the ones knocking me H-Town. Okay. Who comes up? I'm in Houston. Who comes up but Charles?
He's in Texas, yeah.
He was managing them. Okay. And I'm like, small world, bro.
Man.
Anyway,
still managing them?
Huh?
Is Charles still managing them?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, okay.
He made his little money. He started opening clubs in Atlanta.
Yeah.
He's in Atlanta now? I thought he was in Texas. Okay.
No, he in Atlanta.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the some of the chats in Facebook. Amina says, I'm sitting, smiling, listening. I love hearing about the good old days. David Osika, hi, David. Tell Mary I said hi. He said, I remember Way and me making our 8-track mixes for the ride to school.
Way is my brother. Him and David were. How come the stuff didn't come up on the?
I'm not sure. I am not sure, but I don't see him over here. That's why I'm
okay.
reading.
Because Jana, I told you don't put chemicals in your hair. You said nobody tell you, so I had to tell you.
You didn't tell me.
I did. It's in the chat. It's in the chat.
I don't see that in here. And then Ashley said hi to everyone.
What's up, Ashley Wright?
Hi, Ashley.
We got some good things going on with her. I mean, y'all stay tuned for Ashley Wright, for real.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us. This is just I'm just loving going back and reminiscing. I love going back and reminiscing because it really tells you what you're made of. It tells you what you're made of. I remember when we talk about fighting and squaring off. Remember we used to square off?
Yes, sir.
Why would we go out in the on the playground when somebody told you to go out to the playground at 3:00 so they can kick your ass? And we would go.
Gina, you did that?
Because you can't punk out. You gotta go.
I did that a lot.
Do it.
I did that a lot.
So this is probably after y'all time, but in the 80s.
After
y'all time. In the late 80s, early 90s, it used to be knocked the stick off their shoulder.
Oh, yeah, we did that too. We had that too.
Yeah, they did that in our days. Look, in our days.
Hey,
But
Byron,
you know what? They made our toys into weapons. Remember the click clacks? Remember the click clacks?
Oh, yeah.
You kick somebody butt with them click clacks.
You talking about the little round balls?
Yes.
Like what do you call it? Like the nunchucks? They're like nunchucks.
They were made out of marble or something. Yeah. They were really, I mean,
it was acrylic. It was acrylic.
I don't know, but I had a few bumps upside my head.
Yeah. Hey, David Osika said you can bump shoulders for 10 minutes and never fight.
And never fight.
That's true.
It'd be the one instigator there that's like, oh, okay. Who's the hardest one? Hit my hand. Hit my hand.
What you gonna do? What you remember Russell? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Russell Thomas.
Hit me first, then. Hit me first. Go ahead. Go ahead. What you gonna do?
I remember Russell Thomas.
No, but do you remember when everybody would know that there was going to be a fight, and so it'd be a huge crowd, and they're doing what you just said, and then all the crowd, somebody in the crowd push other folks in, and everybody start. The whole crowd is fighting now.
Yeah.
Somebody pushed them in, and they thought somebody actually hit them.
Yeah, Russell Thomas used to do that.
Y'all remember that cross this line? Remember that cross this line? Then cross this one in.
Y'all remember May 26, 2022 on Dope Living TV Blind? I just noticed everybody on here got glasses.
He said Dope Living TV Blind.
What, May 26?
That's from getting hit in the eye for going out on the playground.
I didn't do the playground. I just hit myself in the face with
sand thrown in your eyes.
Yo, funny. I wonder why we ain't StreamYard. I'm not StreamYard. I think Facebook messed it up on the original platform, so I apologize for this, y'all. I've had troubles with the phone all day long, and I think it's manifested into this. So, but we're gonna read all.
Plugged into the neighbors?
Pardon me?
Are you plugged into the neighbors?
You plugged into the damn neighbors, Marcy? Huh?
You using their Wi-Fi, bro?
Hey,
using their Wi-Fi.
Greg, you probably remember this. You remember the block street fights?
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember Roosevelt Street versus McKinley Street. Come on now.
Wow.
All the time.
We had the same
and then we go into the Johnson's yard and play basketball.
Yeah.
After y'all fought.
So the funny thing that you say about that, so after a while, Terrell and Scrappy and Pac-Man, we all became cool once we got older. But when we were younger, it used to be them with Cafano. You remember Cafano, right?
Yes, I do. Right.
It used to be those three and Cafano fighting me, Luther, Tattoo, and Kiwan, Donald Wilburn. It used to be us four. We used to fight every summer. It was crazy.
You know something that's interesting? Listening to you, all of these, that's something that's in the Black culture. You got all of these crazy nicknames.
And that's what I was gonna say. I said kids don't do that today. They don't give a nickname.
They do.
When you got a nickname, you know you were accepted in the neighborhood.
You was that girl.
Yeah. Maurice, they can't have nicknames. They don't even have names you can pronounce.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that nickname. Name is Keisha. They call him Kiki.
But what happens? See, what if you're playing and everything, and you are the guy that they named Stinky?
I remember who was Stinky at our school.
Every blockhead.
You guys had some Stinkies. Oh,
yeah. I knew a Stinky.
And
I'm not gonna say the name.
I remember Dookie. Is that what y'all called him that? You remember?
No, it was Big Dookie. It was Big Dookie.
We did have a Dookie. His initials were DD.
Greg.
He was cute. He was a cute.
Hey, Greg, you remember Domingo?
Who wouldn't remember Domingo? Come on, man.
He was the hood Debo.
Yeah.
Back in there on 17th Avenue.
Wow, Debo.
No, this cat would terrorize everybody. All right.
Everybody, take your bike. Don't let him ride your bike. You ain't never getting him back.
He took my Tahitian treat. He took my Chico sticks a couple times. Yeah.
Oh, see, I had to fight you. I wasn't a fighter back over them Chico on that one.
Mm-hmm.
No, the
you remember back in the 80s.
They were good, but they were horrible on your teeth.
Moped.
That's why my teeth are crooked now, Kevin.
Yeah.
You know,
all them Chico sticks.
You guys remember the mosquito truck? That truck come out with that poison, and we running in the back of that cloud. That's why we crazy now. We
But
run
you
in
know
the back
what?
of that cloud.
You know what's so crazy about that is that was full of DDT and some other shit.
DDT.
I'm
And
thinking
we
make your
all
nuts-
running in
Oh, the
in
mosquito
it.
truck.
make your nuts shrink, man. I mean, for real.
Hey,
Hey,
y'all
dude,
gotta remember though. Well, I don't know if y'all did it, but we used to flip off dirty mattresses back in the day.
yeah, in the alley.
Well, I remember
Spring mattresses and all
In
that.
the alley.
I just remember the damn mosquitoes being so bad is if you was outside after dark, them mugs would carry they would carry your ass out in the bushes, eat all the meat off you, throw the
What you
bones out.
You know what, you guys? I've just noticed something. I forget we got baby boy down there, and he's looking like, what?
I'm listening because
Y'all did
yeah, we
what?
didn't do none of that shit y'all talking about now.
Hey, David said with
None
the
of
snow
it.
cone truck was right behind the mosquito truck.
Oh, that's so wrong.
He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Telling the truth. We had the ice cream dude come down our block a lot
Yes.
too, man. Okay.
Yes.
And that dude would, our parents, my father worked in the mill, so I guess that dude knew to come around 5-6 times, all right, because he knew he was going at the Gray House. You're gonna get yours, all right. You're gonna get your money, all right. It was 6 boys, Well, it was 5 boys at the time because my youngest brother.
Well, that's when you could fill up a car for like $7.
Did you feel sorry?
Hey, that's when you can fill up your gas tank with the change in your seat.
True. Facts. Yeah. But
Now
did you
that's
hate the David?
Now those were the day when gas was 80 cents.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
$5, y'all.
Let me get $3 on
Chris?
five.
Hold up.
Well, guess was what, Chris?
80 cents.
I
No,
remember
it
when
was
gas
cheaper,
went
dog,
to
back in that day.
When
It
it
was
went
cheaper.
to $1, and I
We
was
was
like,
losing our mind.
yes. I'm like, $1? What? It's
Yeah.
a whole dollar?
Yeah.
We
That
would
was
right
love
now,
to have that dollar
When
right
I go
now.
to the pump, I rub the pump, man. I'll be like, come on, be nice. Be nice.
Remember when potato chips were only 10 cents a bag?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Peerless.
and now the same bag of chips are $1.99.
And they only a fourth of a way full.
Yeah.
Them bags ain't got nothing in them.
We had our own potato chip company in Gary. We had our own milk company in Gary.
Yes, we did.
Man, we was
Cheers
good.
company,
We were good.
sausage and what was that, Polar sausage and
They still got the
hot
Polar
dogs, the Superior hot dogs on the east side, Waverly Pop.
That's so crazy. When I tell people about, we had a lot of our own. And if you think about it, this is like akin to a Black Wall Street, the way Gary was like pulled down through a hole.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about how much of our own that we had, everything from black banks to lawyers to doctors. It was a lot of prestige that came out of Gary.
The stores all up and downtown. We had a lot of stores there. It was a true downtown there. We didn't have to really go out of Gary for anything.
No,
Huh?
Avenue was just
especially if you wanted candy. All you got to do is go to H&M.
H&M, right down the blocks. You know what I'm saying?
Right on the 11th. And what was the chili dog, the chili fry spot?
Oh man, what was it?
Coney Island.
Coney Island.
Right on the corner.
No, not Coney Island. That was on 25th. It was one right there off of
11th Avenue.
11th Avenue,
Yep,
right there across from the fireplace.
You had the Jackson ribs. Remember
Jackson
Jackson?
ribs. That
we used to go.
across from the bank.
Love those.
I stayed on the west
And
side,
then-
so we used to go to one on 4th Avenue.
And then you can't forget about the donut spot also.
Oh man.
No, that was an Arts Bakery.
Bakery.
Arts
Bakery.
But do you guys remember in
Jeff,
Sears?
don't feel bad.
What was the name of the one? What was the name of the one on
It's all
10th
right,
Street?
Kev. I don't.
That was Arts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm from Ohio, so we didn't have all that.
Do you
David
remember
O'Sullivan
in
said-
Sears when you
says
would be able
Porky
to?
Smith. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You can go into Sears and they sold the candy by the pound and the hot Spanish peanuts.
Yeah.
And then Goldblatt's was there, and Goldblatt's had from Broadway. One way you can go in where all the clothes and things were, but then you can go through that little crooked alley straight behind, and that's where they had like a little cafe, kind of like cafeteria, and the appliances. But downstairs in Goldblatt's, you had that crooked, wavy, crazy concrete floor where you can get the hot dogs and things like that.
Yeah.
And
That smells so good doing Christmas.
the pets.
Y'all remember the rolling rink in Tri-City?
Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's go better than that.
later
Regina's on. What was that? 15th Avenue.
Oh, Regina's.
Regina's on 15th Avenue.
Screaming Wheels.
There was
y'all.
one on Broadway,
Screaming
too.
Wheels.
That was my
That was
spot.
Barbara's Playhouse.
Before Screaming Wheels opened, I was young then. They had the
dome.
They had when you had to go around to the back of Tri City to get into the roller rink.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
That's
Let
where
me
I,
read, let
that's
me
where I
read some
left.
more of the
The
comments
Junction.
here.
Remember the Junction?
Yeah.
That was on
Gina.
Broadway. Next to
David,
Sin City. Woo.
David said 45 my senior year, hopping the trains up to the High Line
Lines.
and Porky's Pit. I remember Porky's Pit.
Yeah.
My
He
neighbors
also
owned
said
that.
go to Goldblatt's and have a hot dog with the feathers from the birds next to
I
it.
remember that. I remember that. You know, you felt good
Birds
when you
and
were
the
able
fish.
to go down there by yourself, like the Kresge's right
Yep.
across the street.
Catch the bus and
You
everything.
go down there by yourself and get that foot. They had the best peach cobbler, man. At Kresge's, it was the best peach. I was down there with my paperboy money. Man, I was killing it, dog.
You remember the cinemas that were out there, the Palace Theater, and there was
And the
another
State
one.
Theater.
Yeah, and you would begin you
And the
able to
Glen.
get
The Glen
hot
was the
dogs
nasty
and
one.
all that there. Yeah, the Glen was the nasty one. Had the
I
nasty.
remember my mom took well, she didn't take us to the Glen. Her and her sister went to the Glen. Now my mom, she was Jehovah's Witness, all right? They didn't want to go to the State or the Palace Theater, all right? They wanted to go to the Glen. They didn't know what was going. They just thought it was
They had
black
no
movies,
clue.
okay? They went in there and all they heard was the come on, girl, you know, and all it was.
What?
It was
Yeah, girl, be still,
Glen
be
was
still.
the X-rated place. My mom was like, "Ooh, Lord, I'm never going in there again." We told you, Ma, it's X-rated. I'm grown. I can go anywhere I want, but you won't be going back there, will you? All right. That
You
was
gonna learn tonight.
we actually clowned my mother for at least a good week on that. We called her the
See, we used to go out to the.
we called her the pornography queen.
It was
Because
a
her name was
drive-in.
Queen.
It was a drive-in out there in Miller we used to go to.
Dunes.
The
Dunes,
Dunes.
and then we went to Y and W.
But wait a minute. Wait.
Broadway. Yeah.
What you always had to hide in the trunk so you didn't pay to get in?
Hey, a whole lot of babies. Whole lot of babies was made
It'd
in
be
drive,
four,
man.
it'd be 4 or 5 people in the back trunk.
Not
And
when
then
we
the-
got older.
That's when.
Are
That's
you
when
guys serious?
That was date night.
Yeah, that's when cars really had a trunk.
Right.
I remember my older brothers and sisters used to sneak us into the drive-through, and then they had security guards would walk in. I remember we had to sneak in the trunk for a whole movie because they couldn't open the trunk.
So Mo and Greg, I gotta ask y'all: Did y'all ever go? Did y'all ever go to the Pink Pussycat right up the street from Dina's, right behind the gas station?
Yeah, I wanted to see what it was about, dog.
What?
I had to do it. I used to
So
drive
you know,
down.
hey Mo, you know what Dina's at, right on 35th and Broadway?
Used to be
Right
Right
next to
across the street is a
IU.
gas station.
Yeah.
Right across the street is a gas station.
Right.
Okay.
Right behind there was a little strip bar.
Yep.
Oh,
I
the
didn't know that.
Jokers Club.
The Jokers Club. That was
The
the name.
Jokers. Wait, let
Oh,
me
that
tell
was
y'all
what
this
you call it.
story.
Wait a minute,
Y'all
Gina
gotta
used to go to the clubs.
No, let me tell you about this story.
Gina.
Me, when me and my friend, I met my friend because we were both divorcing our husband, right? And we would go out every single weekend. I don't care if it was 10 degrees outside. We would be sometimes the only ones in the club. We ended up going in the Jokers Club. The guy stopped us at the door. He said, "Hey ladies, come on in. Look, if you're dancing, you get in free." And we looking at each other, yeah, we dancing. That's what we came in.
Oh no.
He let us in. He said, "Okay, go in the back and take your clothes off." I'm like,
Man, I'd have paid to see y'all face. I'd have paid to see that face. Man, I'd have paid to see y'all faces.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
David said that Tivoli was on 5th and was like the Palace before it went X-rated. There was a club called Scuttlebutts.
Scuttlebutts. It was a pizza place called Scuttlebutts.
I don't know. I didn't say what it was. I just said it was a place called Scuttlebutts. But David put that on there. Okay, appreciate you, David. Me and David could go back all the time. You know, David, he's like my big brother. Him and my oldest brother were just like brothers. David would come down here all the time to my mom's house, and he would stay. They had 2 collies. I mean, Lassies. They look just like Lassie. 2 collies, and they were the white family on the block, but you know, it didn't matter because they was family, you know, and that was so cool. Our block, if you go from the block that I was on, Roosevelt Street, if you go from, I'd say, 19th Avenue all the way down to 11th Avenue, my oldest brother and I counted, there was like 95 kids.
Woo!
Yeah, 95 kids from there to there that we grew up with, and it was just, man, they was fucking. I mean, you know, it's what it is.
Maurice, tell us about your block.
Very funny. I stayed out. Look, a lot of people don't know what 3rd and Hobart was at, but it's out there in the middle of nowhere. We was the only black family there for years. I mean, it was
so Mo. I used to live on 3rd and Wait. You know what 3rd and Wait is at? 3rd and Wait Street. So you know when you're going up 4th Avenue, right before you go over the bridge, you can go off to the side.
Yeah,
that's where we used to stay at.
I stayed on in the 300 block of Hobart. So you go down 5th Avenue, and you know, everybody, when I say Hobart, they think it's on the west side. No.
No, it's on the east side.
5th Avenue side. Yeah. So
it was actually close by the Valley side, right?
Yeah. We was almost at the city. I mean, and we were the only black family there for probably up until I was about 14 or 15. Then everybody moved.
And then we used to stay over there off of Glen Ryan. Over there in Glen Ryan, when you're going up 5th Ave and turn to 4th Ave, and you got to make that left to go over the train track. Yeah.
What about you, Marcy? What about your block?
Come on, Gina, hold up.
I grew up on 13th and Clinton Street, and there were quite a few. All right, Latanya Allen, Butch Allen, Kim,
Allen,
and Glenn Parrish, Debbie Toussaint, Michelle, Marsha Toussaint, Nita and Donna Coleman, the Jordans, Vicky, Tracy, Mark, all of them, a whole lot of them. You know, there's a lot of them there, but we were there weren't a lot of fights there. We the Clarks also. We had the Clarks. We had the Daniels, Sherman, and
she reading from her yearbook.
I know she's gonna tell us the whole thing.
We had a lot of kids, but we were close knit. We were close knit.
What neighborhood did you grow up in?
13th and Clinton.
She was right across from West Side.
Oh, okay.
A block over and a couple blocks down. Correct, but we were kind of close knit. It's like if one got a 10-speed, all of us, the rest of us in the block out. When we started getting the mini bikes, everyone got a mini bike. Everybody pretty much kind of hung out after dark because we knew everybody. The parents knew each other, and we pretty much kind of got along.
Yeah, where I grew up, like I
said, a lot of us still keep in touch.
What really made me get into the entertainment field. What really made me get into the entertainment field was my aunt owned Dina. That was my first job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, the club Dina.
Yeah.
You know who used to frequent up there? Lisa Ray.
Yeah, she used to come there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought her up there.
Yes. I don't know if she came to see you, bro.
No, I hope she ain't watching.
Probably afterwards.
Hey, I don't want that smoke.
But Dina's was the first nightlife, and that was the only, because my auntie owned it. That was the only place I can go in at 17. They didn't know I was 17. My aunt knew, but other people didn't know. She's like, as long as you don't drink, you can come in.
Gina Davis said we were white.
You know what? That's something else about with the Black culture. It's like when we have friends that are just really friends, and we really like them, and we get close. They're family. You know, this is my cousin, or this is my auntie, and they really had no blood relation to you. And that's
that was my aunt by marriage. She was married to my father's oldest brother.
Mm-hmm. I was talking about with Greg,
Crazy Peanut. But do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember the elbow room on 25th Ave? So
my mom used to work there.
So you know what's crazy about that is that my father used to go there all the time. So in the early 80s, you was able to take your kids in the bar with you.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, in Indiana, believe it or not, that ain't against the law. As long as
Yeah.
they're,
As long as they're not
with
drinking
legal
alcohol or
adults.
sitting at
right.
the bar, you can take your
Yep.
kids in the bar with
I worked at the Skyline. You guys remember the Skyline?
Yes,
I
on
worked
the fourth.
there for about every year after I started there when I was 15.
That was the hotel on 4th, right?
you.
No,
Nuh-uh. That was
It was
it
a
was a
no,
restaurant.
that was the Lounge
both.
restaurant
It was a
right there
restaurant,
on 4th Ave.
right,
Oh, my,
with the
As soon as you
bar.
go over the bridge,
my
because
bad.
everybody
Exactly
from the
what it
casino,
said.
everybody from the casino used to go there.
Yep, because they were open. We were the only place that could sell alcohol all
Yep.
night. We only had to close 1 hour out the day. So
Mhm.
we were closed from 11 to 12, and then we would open right back up, and it would be, you could come in there and drink even on Sundays.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Jeff.
My mother, she,
Jeff, you remember when Facebook first started? Remember how excited we were when Facebook got started? Because we didn't grow up in this neighborhood. So you and I have a conversation.
Did you ask Jeff? Did you ask this? Look, Kevin, look at who you asking. Look at who you asking.
No.
Oh no! What are y'all doing?
You know what?
Oh
You know what?
my
You know what?
God. Wow.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Hold on, Jeff. You got a twin?
Whoa.
Jeff,
Yes.
he's a twin.
Yeah, I got
Which
twin,
one is
man.
you, Jeff?
Which one is
One at
yours?
the top of the bottom?
That's his brother. That's
Which
his
one?
brother.
Guess which
Jeff?
one
I
is
know that's
me?
his brother. I'm asking, is he a twin?
Y'all
Yes.
guess which one
Yeah.
is me
The one
Oh,
on the
in that
right.
photo.
The one on the right is
Hey,
me.
hey,
I'm
Marcy.
thinking-
Hey, look. After
Furry.
this, after these pictures, hey, Marcy. I think you need to ask Coach Jeff. I think it's about that time.
Yeah, buddy.
After them pictures, it's about that time.
Yeah,
Jeff
buddy.
was, hey,
Y'all
Jeff was,
ready?
look at this, y'all. Jeff was the furry one. That was a chia pet right there, man.
Wait, which one are you, Jeff?
He's on
The
the
one on the right?
right.
The one on the right?
He's the one that paid half price for his glasses. His brother got the full cost.
He's the one with the green ring around his neck with that cheap ass necklace. He got.
Hold up.
Hey,
Wait
man.
a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's redirect, regroup, and let's refocus. Come on, let's get some life coaching in.
I have to defend my honor real quick about that cheap ass chain. I only wore stainless steel.
It was silver. It's silver.
Something like that.
Silver. Hey, switch that L and that I around. That's sliver, dude.
Sliver. Oh God.
Go
Hey,
ahead,
look.
Oh, y'all leave my baby
Okay.
alone.
I want to talk about adaptability. Now, with adaptability, what we want to focus on this time is about how good are you handling certain situations. Do you get angry? Do you get upset? Like I was angry. Yeah, see, and those photos right there. See, do you get angry? Do you get upset? Or are you calm? Do you take things into consideration? Do you actually think the situation all the way through? And that's what I mean by adaptability. If somebody comes into a room, do you absorb all that energy that's in there, or do you know how to kind of like filter it out and then do your own thing? Do you know how to just kind of watch, listen, pay attention, and then react when you have to? And that's what I mean by adaptability. I just want you to look inside yourself and really ask yourself, do I know how to handle certain situations? Do I move off of emotion? And if I do or I don't, how does that affect the room around me? So then you can focus on adaptability within certain situations.
Let's redirect, regroup.
Hey, real.
That is the life
Way to go,
coach, Jeff Rutherford.
Thank you.
That is the life coach, Jeff Rutherford. This is some other dude. We don't know.
Hey, that was a brother just trying to start off.
Hey, Chris, tell me what does this not scream? Everybody saying
Hey, that look like he getting ready for that album.
life is a change.
I was mad when I had to get rid of that jacket too.
He didn't make the cut, John. He didn't make the cut. Lil Jesse said no. Johnny Gill said no.
That was Jeff's R&B album, wasn't it?
That was it, dude.
I don't know what the hell I released that year.
And then he said, "Oh man,
Oh, he's cute. Oh, go ahead.
Chris
Go
is
ahead on,
smooth
Cat
out
Daddy.
here.
Look the
Look
same.
at him. He just like
It
chilling.
was
Cat
it was
Daddy."
it was I was the what was it I forgot the beer guy. What's his name?
I don't know, but we chilling with you, bro.
The beer guy.
Coors.
When you
Bush
drink
Guard?
responsibly.
Oh, you
I
talking
was
about
him
that
before.
dude?
Yeah, I was him before him. They stole my swag and gave it to him.
You sure that ain't Captain Morgan?
Nah,
You
nah.
don't
That
look
chain.
any
Hey,
different.
look.
Don't look any
Captain Morgan.
different.
Captain Morgan couldn't afford that chain.
Okay. All right. All
Hey,
right.
Kevin and Jeff, tell us about your
Kevin?
neighborhoods where you guys grew up.
Kevin, like, it's too much sun out here, man. I want to be in the booth.
That's me on the set of Invincible. How'd you get that picture?
Copyright.
This man be getting everything, yo.
Hey, Greg, I got one for you. I'm gonna send.
Don't ask my connections.
I can't download anything.
Send it to me, Chris. Send it to me. Send it in the messenger.
Man.
While we're waiting, Kevin, tell us a little bit about your neighborhood.
No, I was going to ask. We had this place across the street. I went to Roosevelt High School too, in Dayton, Ohio. We had a place called Jomo's that would sell alcohol to a 10-year-old if you had cash. Yeah,
Wow.
we had a song. We used to sing a Christmas song. Used to sing MD the Fifth. It will drop you if it can. With its cap on tight when it's chilled real cold, you can get it at Jomo's.
Wow.
We used to sit on the corner and sing that after, we walked in. I'm going to tell you, if you're a 10-year-old and walked in with cash, Jomo will sell you liquor.
Wow.
Jomo.
Well, I used to buy cigarettes for my grandmother. She used to send me to the gas station on the corner from the house, and I would get her cigarettes.
How many guys bought tampons for their mama?
I remember the first time my grandmother sent me to the drugstore to buy tampons. I couldn't even say it.
I know.
I was trying to get the pharmacist, and they mess with you. I tried to get the pharmacist. I had to pick up something special for my grandma, and he goes, "What do you need?" I go, "You know what I need." He goes, "No, tell me what you need." One of the little things right there. He goes, "What is that?"
Right there.
And I go, "Little things right there." My grandma, she called, "Don't make me do this." And then there was always a line. As soon as the line gets thick, he just, me.
These your tampons, these your pads.
I'm sweating. I'm going, something? I'm just gonna buy her cookies. She's on his own. I'm not buying no tampons.
Hey, this young man need tampons in aisle 4. Get him tampons on aisle 4.
Wow.
Forget about it, man. Forget about it.
The other thing, the same thing. I remember the first time I had to buy a condom. First thing he asked me,
there was,
"What size do you need?"
Extra small.
It's funny you said that, Kevin, because the first time I bought one, I bought it. I didn't ask for no size and all that. I got it back to the place, to the spot, 4th Avenue, to the $4 hotel, $4 for 4 hours. And
I was $27 for the hotel for me.
It was so little. It was so little. I'm not saying I was a big dude, okay, but I must have got the Barbie and Ken condom because it just wouldn't go on. And the girls, I said, "Well, we don't need it." She said, we don't need it. Okay. And I'm like, "Ain't you on the pill?" I don't care if I was on the pill or not. You're gonna get a condom, okay? And I asked her, could I just wrap the sheet around it and go ahead? But she was like,
that was by far the most uncomfortable conversation. The first time you had to put a condom on, and she was there, and she goes, you put it on, and she goes, "Put it all the way on." I'm going, "It is all the way on." She goes, "I see a little bit hanging off there." You put it all
you gotta let the end breathe. You gotta let the end breathe. Let that end breathe a little bit.
Get on this. Jeff, what's your neighborhood?
My neighborhood was just my neighborhood. We had some friends. I lived a sheltered life. My grandparents, they didn't let me get into a lot of stuff. I don't say too shut up, but I just didn't get into a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? They kept me close at the house. You know what I mean?
Liar.
I couldn't go kick it with people. Man, I'm telling you. Man, those pictures are after when I was getting older and I had some freedom in my life. But shoot, when I was younger, I didn't have no freedom. Yeah, I was finding myself. Look at
I'm lost in love. I can't live without you.
I keep thinking about, we always was at the roller rink. I keep thinking about how many kids was born on that day or conceived on that beachfront out there in Miller.
Dude, YNW Theater got more sperm marks on it than a little bit, man. Come on, dude. It's still something. It's probably some babies out there right now, man, running around wondering why the theater closed. For real.
You're looking for the parents.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, beats was
Tender
something
love, tender love.
So bad.
Greg is feeling
I
better
hate that you
today.
found them photos.
No, I'm not. I'm about to die over here, but
I hate that you found them
I'm
photos.
doing what I love best.
Did you send it, Chris?
Jesus,
I'm looking for it.
funny,
Oh, okay.
man. This is fun.
Man, it is so interesting to see you
sent some over.
guys' past. It's
I'm
so
glad y'all didn't
funny.
find no old pictures of me. I got these joints coming on. You know what I mean? New joint. What up? They're gonna be immature. What's up? Look at the hair on these dudes.
That's
Come
it
on.
now.
Yeah, it is now.
It is.
It
They
was.
was just ahead of their time.
They was
Oh.
of their
Ahead.
time.
And you know the crazy part is how society tried to make us feel bad about our hair. You know how they send you home, you can't get a job because of your hair. But that's all a part. No, they were sent. No, they fired you. But you know, but you know, to send you, you know, won't let you get a job or tell you can't come in or you'll get fired for like braids and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
just it's a
Yeah.
lot that we've gone through
Mhm.
in our culture.
See, I'm glad I don't have no pictures of me when I was in when I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah, we got those too. Hold on.
My mom tried to put like a like an S curl in my head. You know how you see the dude on the box? He got like the little swivel switch
with the
shit
little-
in his head,
yeah.
and you thinking you could look like that too? Nah, that ain't how it went down.
Not out of box anyway.
She kept it in there too long, and my head was straight, and all I did was slick it back.
Ooh.
Kevin, we got a picture of that.
You should
Oh,
have
no,
found
you
that
don't.
picture.
I
Yes,
made
we
sure
do.
I took no pictures of that. Oh, Jesus. It was so bad, y'all. It was so bad. They called me a pimp for a good week.
Wow.
It was bad, yo.
Oh,
It was
shit,
terrible.
Kevin, what's up, dog?
Damn.
Kevin said, "Hey, yeah, you gotta wash it out first."
My mom was like, "You good?" I was like, "I don't know. It's supposed to come out. You reading the box? I'm not."
You guys, what about the different games? Bid Whist and
Monopoly.
You couldn't do a family reunion without
Bid Whist and
a
spades.
bid table, a spades table. Then they had something
Dominoes.
like tonk, dominoes, all of those different types.
My family still does that every Sunday.
Really?
That's what's up.
Yeah, and you can't show up at my family's house and not be able to play spades or bid whist. They'll talk about you. They'll make you cry.
Yeah.
And
At least I know how to play spades.
I know
That's
how to
good.
play. It bores me, so I can play one or two hands. So when they would ask me, "Hey, somebody need a partner," I would let them know in advance. Hold on, because this is going to be a duo here. I can play one or two hands. A lot of times I would go get my mom because it bores her as well. So she's like,
Spades bores you?
right.
Yeah, I'm not.
Hey, Jane, I just sent them.
I play two
Okay.
hands. Then my mom would play two hands, and she's like, "Marcy, we're like, look, y'all need to lose or something because we're getting up." But my older sister, 24/7. I would go to her
I
dinner
talk trash
parties.
during spades.
Oh, no, I
I talk a
talk
lot of
trash.
trash.
I talk trash, be knowing I ain't got jack in my hand. Be like, come on. What? What is that? I'll be making the noise.
Are you running this Boston on you? Come on.
Train, yeah. Run a train and
Boston.
yeah.
Marcy know how to do mumble rap. You see that?
You know what, Kevin?
Go ahead.
Kevin,
I need it tonight.
Keep it
Go
up,
ahead and give
boo-boo.
it to me. Hey, by the way, your picture, you had a beautiful picture. I have to tell you that. Your younger picture of you were beautiful.
I just sent that to Gina too. That was
Yeah,
I was
I saw that.
19.
So
Thank you.
what Marcy is talking about is how it is playing dominoes, especially in my family.
And I never really got into that. But the bid,
Y'all think bid whist, darts fights
Mhm.
has nothing on dominoes.
But see,
Wow.
what we're talking about right now is the reason why, we went through what we had to go through and how we came out, because the family did stuff together, the neighborhood did stuff together. And when we disagreed, we did what we had to do, but we agreed that we had to live together.
Yep. And families, you ate together. That was a big thing. I remember my grandmother on my dad's side, we would go spend the weekend, and my dad had 2 sisters, so they each had like 5 and 6 kids, and there was just my sister, older sister, and I, and so it'd be like a house full of kids. And you remember what what pallets are? When you would get your blanket and your pillows, and you would all like flip over like asleep. We would have pallets all throughout the house, and we would wake up in the morning, and it was like a Thanksgiving breakfast. Ham, bacon, sausage,
Whatever you
salmon
want.
patties, eggs, everything was there, and it was plenty, more than enough. And it's like by the time we finished eating, she was already on lunch, and we had the lunch like that. But it was, we would go outside, we would play with the sprinklers. You didn't come back in and out of the house, because then you would have to stay in. Stop bringing in the hot air and all of the stuff, and drinking from the water hose.
If you want some water, drink from the hose.
Yep. Everybody in the neighborhood, everybody at the same water hose.
Yep.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, you can't do that now.
When you think about it now.
Drink through the water hose now, you get sick.
But you know what's crazy? If you notice that when we used to drink out the water hose back in the day, it was healthy.
Is that you, Mo?
Start getting sick
No,
when they
that's my
start putting
daughter
this
and her husband.
when they start putting this synthetic water into bottles.
Yeah,
that's when we start getting sick.
Yeah.
Man,
hey, I know my neighborhood grandma. I'm going to tell you, you guys came to my grandmother's house, you had to eat, because my grandmother can cook. If you didn't eat, she talked about you.
Yeah,
that's how my great grandmother was.
She would be like, "Baby, something wrong?" No, ma'am. No, Miss Phillips. Well, how come you're not eating? Well, I'm full. He goes, "You don't look full." Let me help you. Let me pick that up. Take a bite of this chicken, and don't leave anything on the bone, because grandma don't like that. Eat that. And it's like my grandmother. She was like the UFC. If you didn't eat her food, you ate her food.
Oh, you gonna eat this, huh? That's me at 19. That's the picture that Kevin was talking about.
That does not even look like Marcy.
That ain't Marcy.
Marcy, that don't look like you at all.
That does not look like Marcy. Even the nose looks different.
My what? No, I'm not
You
church.
said you was a church girl, Marcy.
No, that was actually
that does not look like a church girl.
That was I wasn't a church girl at that point.
Yeah.
That was the day after my wedding. And you remember I told you guys that I cut my hair. My husband he was in the military, and he left like 3 days after we got married. That's to be stationed at the White House. And I cut all my hair off into a little pixie cut. And I forgot to tell him. And when I saw him, when I got to the base, it was like, and turned me around like, who is this person? That's me at 19, though.
I would have never been stationed. I'd have stayed right where I was supposed to be at. I'd stay home. Stay right home.
Take that picture down. Take that picture
Please,
down.
thank you.
I'm starting to think thoughts.
You had a lot of hair, Marcy.
I did. And I hated that. Like,
Where are you at, Kevin? In the projects?
No, that's
like the dorms.
That's Central State University.
Kevin, you like you getting ready to beat somebody ass.
That was my man. I fought all my life until I had kids.
That's on the film and set of School Day.
Yeah. Right. As a matter of fact, the reason why I went to Central State, because I transferred from University of Dayton, is because they used to play calypso music in that breezeway over there. Mm-hmm. Run DMC used to be like the house band for our college, and when they decided to drop out because they were making that last song, Walk This Way or whatever, our dean told them they weren't going to amount to anything.
Wow.
Really?
Look what happened.
Oh, wow.
You can eat those words.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at Chris.
All right, Chris.
Look at Chris.
I'm trying to take pictures like that.
Chris is so cute.
He don't look much different. Like he really doesn't.
Chris,
that's not a recent picture?
Nah, that was in 2015, I think.
Okay, he trying to look all serious.
Man,
right
Chris
here.
don't age.
I'm telling you.
Chris like the fountain of youth over
a year
there.
or two ago. Not much difference.
There you go.
That was last summer.
Okay.
His icon.
Still look the same.
I don't care, man. I need to know what you be doing.
Steve Harvey.
I need
Or
to know the
not,
secret.
Jeff, or not. Maybe not. You never know.
This is true.
Hey, Steve. them dimples.
Man, this is what made us, guys. This is what made us the way we are today. All of the things that we had back in the day. I mean,
so do you think we're stronger? We were stronger back then than kids.
Absolutely.
A lot. Kids are softer.
They are. They are very
soft. I won't say. Well, we can compare kids from back then to us now, because the whole game is different. Back then, you know, technology was just on the cusp of coming up. Mm-hmm. Now it's everything. Yeah. We knew how to make up games to keep ourselves occupied back in the
day. Yeah, we did.
This big old disc right here.
Remember when hide and seek turned into hide and go get it?
Oh.
I don't remember that. I don't recall that.
Hey, Marcia,
I remember those times.
No, I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah. Catch a girl, kiss a girl is what they called it back in the 60s.
I remember
I don't know what they called it in my time.
Let me read the comments.
Pretty more advanced after that.
From our viewers. Mm-hmm. We have Byron who said, she's fine as a frog's hair. That frog's hair must be really fine, Byron. He also said Chris cut a deal with the devil to not age. Okay, that's how we got to do it.
Okay.
Either that or black don't crack. One or the other. I'll take the black don't crack part.
David says spades is for people who can't bid.
Ooh. Yep. Pretty much. Yeah.
No talking across the table.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Check this diss out.
Talk smack.
Check this diss out, y'all.
The Omicron Perseidae anyway. If we want to breathe sulfuric acid and get our heads torn off by giant lizards, we can always go to Gary, Indiana.
Even I would never send you to Gary, Indiana, but I am sending you to Omicron Perseidae.
So Mo.
This
I'm gonna have to send you. I haven't finished it yet. It was a song I did back in 2017 that has that as an intro.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I was sitting up there, and Jeremiah, my grandson, was watching it, and then he heard it. He told me, "Come here." I come in. He wound it back and played it again. I was like, "Get the hell!" I said, "Wind it back one more time. I'm gonna record it," and I sent it to my niece and Gary.
Wow.
On Nas hidden tapes, he talk about Gary too.
He do?
So is Gary that bad?
Gary used to be the midway point for trafficking cocaine back in the day.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, it was a bunch of stuff that went through Gary.
A lot of people don't know that the oil line run through Hammond and touches the pit of Gary going down south. A lot of people don't know that either.
Yeah,
that's the reason why Hammond stank so bad.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about Gary, Indiana.
The oil line comes from Canada. It rolls through Northwest Indiana.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. See, I didn't hear about Gary, Indiana until the Jacksons showed up.
Until what?
I said in Ohio. I didn't know anything about Gary, Indiana until the Jacksons showed up.
Hey, Greg. You good? Or you watching the game? You doing the jingle?
Doing the silence.
Stop. Don't pin that.
Did you catch him this time? Oh, that's funny.
You guys, I enjoyed this. This was like going back down memory lane.
Yeah.
Back down memory lane. Go ahead, Kevin. Bust out. Come on.
I don't have a song in my heart.
Hey, Kevin, you got to tell us something about Ohio. It's all the same. It's all the Midwest. We probably did it too.
Well, you didn't set your downtown on fire, did you?
You what?
Yeah, you didn't set your whole downtown on fire, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys burned down. We almost burnt down Dayton, Ohio during the Martin Luther King era.
Wow.
Well, we went over to Chicago. Well, I mean, during that time too, though. You know what I'm saying? If you do research, it was a lot of stuff because during that time after Dr. Martin Luther King died, that's when the documentary of Shirley Chisholm happened in Gary, when she was running for president and all that stuff. That happened in Gary.
That was at Nation with Nation Time. Nation Time. That's when Gary was a hub.
So they used to have Go ahead, Mo.
It was a hub because, I mean, for Black Power, because they left that all they all left all that other stuff to the Polish and the Italians in Chicago. So all we had
Well,
was Gary.
well, you know, the main reason was because of Mayor Barnes and Hatchet.
Yeah.
You know, those were pretty much one of the first two black mayors, two black mayors in the U.S. So when she was running for president, they used to do the Democratic convention coming through there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember that.
See, in my neighborhood growing up, we had a lot of talented people. I mean, four houses down.
Funkadelic.
Yeah, we had you know, the Shelby boys that played in Lakeside and Shalimar and all of that. Then I can look over and watch Ohio players, you know, playing in the garage over there, Diamond and all those guys. And then a couple blocks over, you know, Roger Trotman and his group was going on. And it used to be like when everyone came to Hare Arena, because we had so many local bands coming over, you know, the Stylistics, the Shy Lights, Earth, Wind and Fire, the members of the band, we should come over and have cookouts. So that was my neighborhood. I you know, always grew up. My little band, we opened up, you know, for Peebo Bryson once in Detroit, you know. So that was my life. Everyone wanted to be in the music. And the little group I sung in, I was the only one who had a job. Everyone else, you know, performed, and, you know, I was the only one going to college. So that ended my music career because, you know, I was going someplace.
I remember a lot of those groups used to come to our high school for concerts, and our whole neighborhood, we would all get together and all walk up for the concerts. That's when it was safe. You can walk
make it
around.
sound like my era.
Randy Watson. That boy is good.
Okay.
Sounds for you, Kevin. I'm sorry.
That looked like either West Side or Roosevelt's auditorium back in the day.
Yeah, Roosevelt High School, my Roosevelt, it was the largest city school, public school in Dayton. Anyone who was an athlete, they basically went to Roosevelt, and they actually, because they couldn't get white kids to come to the school, and because we dominated in so many sports, they broke it up. And
yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how it was with Gary Roosevelt. You know, we dominated track in the 80s with 2 straight titles.
Yeah,
like the whole 80s.
Yeah.
Let me read Carl's post. He said most people don't know anything about Gary, especially on the East Coast.
Well, that's not true, because you can go anywhere in the U.S. and either say you went to Gary Roosevelt or you went to Gary Westside, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know about that."
Well,
I don't know. Is that like? And that's because we used to go to the Black historical colleges down south, coming from the Midwest. So those HBCUs homed a lot of Midwest, even in Ohio, Detroit, Minnesota, Milwaukee, all of those areas down there. So they used to.
See,
it's a lot of people, because every time I go out somewhere out here, and I tell them I'm from Gary, well, the first day they ask, "Oh, where Michael Jackson from?" I'll be like, "Nah."
Yeah, when I lived in D.C. area, northern Virginia, as soon as I said Gary, oh, did you know the Jacksons? I'm like,
all the
I
time.
did not know the Jacksons. Is that all you know from there?
Hey, Jenny, you can go and post them Jacksons.
Right.
How far is Ball State?
They don't know that Gary used to
It's
produce
a long
more
distance.
skill in the
Yeah, Ball State is about 3 hours.
Okay.
I want to say about 3 hours away.
Yeah, because that was the only time I ever went to a track meet. He threatened me not to win.
Well, when we ran, I don't know, but when in the 90s, when I ran summer track, we used to go to Ohio, Dayton, and run, and we used to go up to what is it called? Koshner, I think that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Right up north, like right in between Elkhart and Fort Wayne.
Right.
Goshen.
Yeah, we used to go up there.
Yeah, the Amish area.
Yeah.
Amish.
Goshen. Yeah, Goshen.
Goshen, that's what it was.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know
that was always the final meet before we went to the championships in Orlando.
Yeah. That's the way it was at Ball State. They said they dared us not to win. I'm going, it ain't happening here. I'm winning.
I went to Ball State.
Yeah, you guys were violent.
Only when we lose.
Yes.
Yeah, first time I ever been to a track meet, I got threatened. I'm going, wait a minute, you don't know who I am. And then my boys are like, uh, let's live for another day. I'm going, no, we're winning today. Okay.
See, y'all
Well, I
pulled
mean,
up all them old messed up photos of me, but y'all didn't want to
we
pull up the
always used
photos
to
when I
have
was
that
running in
incentive.
track.
Wait a minute,
We
what you
always
say?
used to have that incentive to, especially in track, because one, if you go to nationals, you're always going to Orlando.
Yeah.
You're always going to Orlando in AAU track.
Yeah.
Like Gary, the regional track meets was always the best between Lewalis, Westside, and Roosevelt.
Mm-hmm.
And even, but in '91, that's when Horseman won the sectional. They won. They won. Actually, it was state. They won state in '91. But in the '80s, it was crazy. In the '80s, like it was like back to back to back to back to back, and then like track and actually the basketball games. The basketball games, just the holiday tournaments, the tournament, Christmas, those used to be the days. Especially going to West Side.
Yeah.
Because that's where all the
See,
games used to be at West
Right,
Side.
biggest school. Yeah.
My uncles ran track at West Side, and they was killing it.
What
they
years?
ran the 4x1 before it got actually converted. So technically, that record is still kind of stands for the state of Indiana because it was before it was converted.
What year was that?
Shoot, man, I gotta pull it up and show you.
Who your uncle?
He did the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Kenneth Sumbry, Donald Sumbry.
Yes, Donald.
Yes.
Yeah,
He
Donald
came out in
Sumbry, they're my
77, I think.
Yeah,
76,
they're my uncles.
77.
That had to be the 70s.
Yeah,
One of them came out with us in '79.
Mhm.
Did
Kenneth
it?
Sumbry came out with us.
Yeah, they were some runners, man.
Yeah, they
They
were.
was out there
You said
getting it in
Sutton?
track and field.
Sumbry.
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 Oh, gotcha.
Wow. They was out there getting it.
Small
So.
world. Yeah.
It's time to
That's
go,
what I'm
y'all.
saying, man. You pulled up them
No.
old
Let me
photos.
let
of
me let me show a couple other pictures before we leave. I gotta make sure I put these up.
Aw.
The Jacksons.
You waiting on them, ain't you? Wait a minute. Y'all giving Chris all of this props. I got celebrity pictures too.
What is it?
I ain't put them up there, but this the only celebrity you need right there. G grade, nice.
That's actually a good picture.
He sounds surprised that you have one.
All of them, man. Hold on, no, I'm gonna load all of them, man. Now we're gonna be here for another hour. All right, for real. Chris trying to high side over this joint, man. No, don't put that up there.
That was young Usher.
What he said?
You need some
Greg,
meat.
what's your back?
He said, Usher Green. Usher like, yeah, and Chris got the same picture too.
Green is hot tonight, y'all.
It's time to go.
He is hot.
Wow.
Hey, that's the picture right there. Done. Get me started, Gina.
Oh, this was
whoever
great.
you
Oh
might
no, stop it.
Or whoever you call yourself.
Hey, Jenna, that's what I told you. That's what I told you. Don't put chemicals in your hair.
Hey, Chris. Hey, bro. That
look. That look like the that look like the what's that? The Soul soundtrack commercial. No, my brother, you gotta get
check this one out. I'm clowning you, Gina. Hold on, check this one out.
Stop
All
it.
my life I had to fight.
Y'all let them do me like that, Mo.
No, I like
it.
it.
Look. I'm glad Greg.
He funny.
I'm glad Greg didn't go deep into my photos.
You know what? I didn't see any of Maurice.
I didn't grab the photos. Gina did.
Only one picture of me.
Yeah,
Maurice
made sure we didn't have nothing to clown him on.
Okay.
He really did.
He made sure of that.
I mean, we can talk about that blade haircut.
I was going to say that haircut.
You know what?
That was before Blade. Hey, that was before
right.
Blade.
He
That
got
was before
teeny little
Blade.
ears.
Blade Dojo style.
Look how little his ears
Hey,
are.
Chris. He like this.
That was way before Blade, y'all. That was way before Blade.
I'm gonna tag that ass when I get done with this picture. I'm gonna let you too.
Oh.
But we can always go back to this.
I
don't know. What you talking about, Willis?
So, hey, Jeff, is that a
What's
hat
up,
you got
man?
on or a bandana?
That's a hat. That was my Indianapolis Colts hat, my black and
not no
black and blue.
Oh yeah. Hey, look.
Yep.
Hey, look,
Was
Jeff.
it on the
I can tell you graduated in the late 2000s because nobody from Gary wore Indianapolis Colts hat.
No.
We were Chicago.
Yeah.
You don't have to take your clothes off.
Hey, that's a pretty good painting, though. Look at that.
What's that, Goody Mob?
No, that's Brothers Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, that is. Oh wow. I had to turn it to the side.
They caught me. I'm bootlegging electricity.
That's silly.
This was great, guys. This was really great.
Was it?
Everybody's uncle.
That's what happened to
No, it ain't my uncle, not mine.
That was me after I put that Hawaiian perm in my hair.
Oh Lord.
That Hawaiian perm.
Hey, give me some. What?
What? You all right down there?
No, I'm fine.
Get that pencil out your ass, Kevin. This can be all right.
Thank you. It's out.
Thank you. It's out.
Hey, we had a good time.
Hilarious.
We got to get
Wake
out
up, Maurice.
I'm here. I'm going. I'm trying to find this picture.
No, we're gone. We're leaving.
This ain't 30. We turning it out.
Love you.
I'm not at home, so I couldn't say.
Since we leaving and living, want to say R.P. to Ray Liotta.
Yeah, we did that already, man. You late. You gotta come.
I mean, I know, but that's Kevin People. He wasn't on it.
Yeah, that's Kevin's.
And Ray Liotta.
Yeah, Ray Liotta. Yeah, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. We were going back today talking about some good times. I went to New York and he let me stay in his place for a whole summer. And I remember when he was doing Dumbo Drop, we were sitting there eating, and I kept saying, Ray, when you got the script, what do you think when it said Dumbo Drop? And he goes, Dumbo Drop. And he says, when I called Kurt Russell, and we were talking about the script, and they both kept saying Dumbo Drop. And every time he said Dumbo Drop, Russell said $3 million. And I said, but why Dumbo Drop? And he said, didn't you hear what Kirk said? $3 million. He said, I did in the movie.
That's
I think he was
one of
nice
my
guy.
son and my daughter.
Yeah, but I will tell you the one thing I was talking, and Ray played a little joke. We were in New York, and him and Michelle, him and Michelle told me I had to go to the bathroom in this restaurant. I go, what's the big deal at the restaurant? He goes, Mac, you got to go to the bathroom. And so I went there. So there's a big line standing there. It was unisex. And so when you went in, you can actually see through the bathroom. So I figured, there had to be something going on inside the bathroom. So I go in there, use the bathroom. And so when I come out, Ray and Michelle and everyone else at the table is cracking up. And I'm going, what's so funny? He goes, you're supposed to lock the door. And I'm going, why? Because everyone in the lobby can see me. Because as soon as you lock the door, I'm sitting there. I'm going, I am so.
Hey, was it a unisex bathroom?
It was a unisex bathroom. Yeah. And I'm sitting there with my business hanging out, all proud and everything else. And everyone is
proud.
Yeah,
he said all proud. Hey, on that note, man, we got to get out of here before Maurice's phone die. We got to get out of here.
Thanks.
I'm not on my
Gina,
phone. I'm on my computer.
Okay.
My laptop.
Maurice doing these random things.
Go ahead, Chris.
I ain't got nothing really.
Cool. Go ahead, Kevin.
Oh, I can't say this.
Go
This
back,
is all I'm
Chris.
gonna say. If y'all missing it, A-Baller MJG versus UGK is on versus right now.
I'm gonna watch it. Go ahead, Kevin.
I'm gonna watch the replay though. The game,
I'm gonna watch
I just want to say to our world, there have been a lot of losses on all sides this week. A lot of families dealing with the question why. I want to say again, Michelle, my condolences to you, your daughter Carson, Ray. I never met your new fiance, but my condolences to the family, whatever. You're gone, but not forgotten.
Absolutely. Life coach.
I just want to say, laugh a little bit. We done laughed a lot, laughed to cut some age off add some age onto your life, laughter will. So go ahead, laugh a little bit, and if you would like more exclusive content from Life Coach Jeff, visit lifecoachjeff.org. That's old Life Coach Jeff.
That was
Y'all
so
need new Life Coach
great.
Jeff.
Go ahead,
I
Marcel.
can't see you.
Okay. If you are feuding with your family or old friends, squash it. Now is the time to squash craziness. Start making memories, good memories, because everyone's not going to always be there. And you want the younger ones to be able to laugh and joke and talk the way we're talking now about the good times and the fun times and the happy times, because the way the world is now, it's really dark, and just it's becoming really dark and evil. So just make good memories right now. Squash it's too much going on for everyone to be upset with each other.
Yeah. I'm gonna say what I said yesterday, y'all. Love, please love more. Love more.
Gina?
That's all I got.
Yeah, I just want to send my prayers out to all the families that's going through devastation. Just keep them lifted up, guys.
Absolutely, man. Look, we had a lot of fun tonight, talking, laughing, reminiscing. All right, but we're where we're at right now because we had strong foundations. All right, we got to bring back those strong foundations. All right, maybe we won't have all of these killings, all of this mess that's going on in the world. All right, keep God first, everybody. It's Greg Gray, Dope Living TV Live. There go the crew right there. We'll see you guys next time.
Tomorrow.
We'll see you guys next time.
Well, we'll be here Friday for
tomorrow
for Ron.
Yeah, don't forget about Ron Reed, Views and Opinions show.
That's right.
Yeah, check it out, y'all. All right. It's a good show, all right?
7 p.m.
We'll see you guys next time.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Peace out.
Night.